Okay, I'm going to make a video on how to thread this sewing machine because I couldn't figure it out for the longest time and all the videos were so old, so maybe this will help someone. Okay, so obviously you have to plug it in and this is a Brother LX2500, and obviously you need to plug it in, have the foot pedal down at the bottom. Both of those plug into here. This is for the plug-in and this is for the foot pedal. And then this is obviously the on button, and you'll know it's on because there's like an LED light that helps you see. Okay, so this specific Brother sewing machine has its own bobbin. I think that's what this is called. And it's this little piece that goes right here. So this is where you'll be getting it out of. Very easy to take out. So the first step is going to be, you're going to want to get the thread on this. Usually this won't have thread on it yet, so let me just show you how to do that. Okay, I'm going to use this one as an example because this isn't the right one, but it doesn't have thread on it yet, so I don't want to have to like take the thread off and put it back on. So you're going to get the thread. You're just going to have like a normal spool of thread. You can do a big one or a small one. I just have this big one because I was sewing this white shirt. So you're gonna, it says to tie a knot, like you're gonna try and feed the thread through this, but I really just take the thread. I guess white wasn't the best choice actually to use for a video, but I just take the thread and I wrap it around until it like gets kind of a hold. Okay, so now that I have the thread like somewhat on there, I'm gonna place it on this and it'll pop in right there. And it's still connected to this, like this is all still one thing, so I'm gonna put the other thread right there. All right, so now it should look like this. All right, and then in order to get the thread onto this, you're gonna have to push this up, and you can also flip this around to like keep it more stable. Oh shit. And then once it looks like this, you'll go ahead and press the foot pedal and it will begin to. And then since this was just an example and really I already did it on this one, once you're done, you just move this down, cut the thread, and then you'll have something looking like this. All right, so once you get here, you're gonna wanna place this in, and it has a little sign, or mine does at least, saying that the thread should be going like that direction. So this is how I'm gonna place it in. Pop that and it pops right into place, and then you can see that there's this little lip right here. So you're gonna try and, here, one sec. Sorry, it's hard to do with one hand. Okay, so the thread like got under there, and then you're just gonna pull it. Oh, what the hell? Sorry, I can't see. I'm looking at it through the camera. Pull it under there. So see how it went under, and then pull that back. And then now that it's like this, it's going under the lip and back through there. We can just slide this right over it, and that's done for now. All right, now for this part. So we're gonna have to thread all through here, which this for me was the most complicated part. So I'm gonna try and show you. So you keep the thread where it was before, grab your end. All right, and then you're gonna go through here to where it's pulling on that little metal thing, as you can see. And then you're gonna go around this side, to where it's making a crisscross, like in the image. And then you're gonna pull it down through the right side, and make sure that this little metal piece right here, so I can move this up and down, or like right side to side, and that also moves the needle up and down, and it also moves this little metal hook. So when you're threading this, you're going to want to make sure that the hook is at the top. Sorry if this sounds complicated, but so I'm going to pull it from here through down the right side. As you can see, I need to pull it under here, under here, and up through this way, and then I'm gonna hook it around this metal hook. You can see it's hooked around, and then pull it all the way down. All right, so now I'm left with just the thread, and as you can see, like I said before, if you use this, it can move the needle up and down. You can see that moving. So make sure to have the needle all the way up to where you can easily thread it, and you're just gonna put this piece of thread through there. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, so I threaded the needle and I'm just pulling that thread back. And now we have both of these pieces of thread, and they're obviously not connected. So the way to thread it is, once again, you're gonna turn this to bring the needle down let me get a close up. Putting the needle down, and then you're just gonna do one full rotation, and it brings the thread through. And on this side, all that I did was turn this into one full rotation. So you can actually see that there's like a little line here. So in order to do that, you're just gonna want that to circle all the way around in order to thread this needle. So when you're sewing, depending on your project, you can choose what kind of stitch pattern you want. I've always pretty much stayed on 7, which is the simple stitch, but you can do any of these, and you obviously just twist this and it'll change the pattern that it's gonna do. So I'm just gonna stick to 7, but y'all can do whatever you like. Also, another little fun fact, if you hold this down while sewing and pressing down on the pedal, it does a reverse stitch. So basically, when usually you'd be stitching this way, if you hold this down while doing it, it will be stitching this way instead, like coming towards you. Alright, so I'm gonna be stitching this together like I said. So you're going to want to start by laying down, like if this is where you're wanting to stitch, you're going to want to lay it down right into the middle and make sure that the needle is all the way up so that you can slide the fabric under however far you'd like. And then in order to start, I always do this, I always forget this step and it messes you up because it will not work if you don't do this step. Make sure this little lip up here, this puts the, I wish I knew all the terms. I really don't know how to sew that well. I just, you know, but this moves up and down. And this is also how you'll get your clothing out once you are done sewing. Alright, so my needle is threaded. This is pushed down. My fabric is in place. So now I'm going to press down on the pedal. Alright, and then lift this up. Pull this away and make sure that your needle's up so you don't snag. So gotta move my needle all the way out. Pull this out. And then cut the thread. And usually you can use scissors, but there's also a little thread cutter right here that just cuts that for you. And then, as you can see, you have a stitch. Okay, I also just wanted to show y'all, might as well, since I'm doing this video, how to replace the needle, because whenever I first started, I immediately snapped the needle and I did not know how to change that shit. So let me show y'all. All you're gonna need to change the needle is obviously you can order them so many different varieties, because different fabrics obviously work better with different needles. You can get them on Amazon for like $5 for so many needles. Anyway, so let me show you how to change it. So all I have is a little coin, and it's this right here. Fit the coin in there, and then just unscrew, unscrew, unscrew. And then once that's loosened, you should be able to get your needle out just like that. And on the needles, there's a flat side and a round side, and it does matter which side you put it in. So I'm pretty sure the flat side needs to be facing you. Oh, okay, wait, I need 2 hands to do this. But basically, you want the flat side facing you, and then you're gonna push it up into this little hole, and you're just gonna re-tighten it how I screwed it in. So, okay, so it's actually the round side. I was wrong, but I'll make sure to put that in the video before. So yeah, you put the round side facing you, stick it up, tighten this, and then your needle's good to go, and you can re-thread it. And this is also reusable. Oh shit. If you need to get rid of this, like if there's a jam or anything, this little button right here, that pops right off and pops back in as well. Oh shit. Okay, well now I can't do it because I have one hand, but you get the idea. But anyway, yes, yeah, so this is the Brother LX 2500. I think most sewing machines are generally the same, at least in the threading part. So maybe this will at least give you a better idea if there's no other better videos out there.